Welcome to the Goalbusters Expert Peak Productivity Tips podcast, where top business experts get just 7 minutes to answer 5 rapid-fire questions about what they do and how they stay productive. Each episode is packed with actionable insights to help boost your efficiency and achieve your goals. Let's dive in and unlock the secrets to peak performance. Well, hello everyone. My name is Robin J. Emden, and I'm the creator of the Get Resultsology system and an accountability coach. I help people harness productivity to achieve meaningful results, increase income, grow their business, and create success that resonates with their authentic selves. My very special guest today is Jen Vertanen. In 2015, Jen faced a breaking point. Tired of pretending to be happy while feeling miserable inside, she realized she did not need fixing. She needed to reimagine her life entirely. After years of trying every self-help method under the sun, from therapy to retreats, Jen made the bold decision to stop escaping and start creating the life she truly wanted. Through this transformation, Jen discovered the power of aligning who you are on the inside with the life you live on the outside. Now a vibrant, unapologetic, pink-haired force of nature, Jen helps others uncover their own joy, fulfillment, and freedom. With over 30 years of experience working with everyone from Fortune 50 companies to scrappy startups, Jen is on a mission to help people design lives that light them up. She's here to share her story, her insights, and her proven strategies to help you step into the life you were meant to live. Get ready to be inspired and empowered by Jen's raw honesty and contagious energy. Jen, welcome.
Thank you so much, Robin. I want to hire you to do my intro all the time. Thank you.
My rates are very reasonable.
Yeah. Okay. Good. We'll talk.
We'll talk. Yeah. So whereabouts are you, Jen?
I'm in Minneapolis, St. Paul, Minnesota. So literally right in the middle of the US.
Oh, wow. So
Yeah.
you're
It's
about
cold.
six hours behind me in Torquay and Devon.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's still afternoon for you. It's dark evening for me here. So I'm very glad to be speaking to you and not outside at this time of day. Sorry to keep you in though.
No.
So shall we crack on with the questions? Because it
Let's
was a
do
long
it.
intro. Okay, so let's talk about what you do, Jen. So tell me, please. I will start the clock. There it goes. So, Jen, can you tell us, please, who is your ideal client?
My ideal client is someone who, for all intents and purposes, looks like they have a good life, good career, solid family, all of the things, right? But they've reached that point in their life, in their career, in climbing the ladder, what have you, that they're like, there is more than this, right? They're waking up tired of going through the motions and like, I need more than this. They also have this longing inside of them to make a bigger impact in the world. Right? Whether that's start a nonprofit. I mean, when I say bigger impact on the world, I really think of it could be very micro, it could be very macro, right? I help folks with all of that, whether it's a newly divorced person who wants to reinvent themselves or a health tech startup that has a big idea, a new channel they want to move into. I've helped people start nonprofits, etc., write books, like whatever. It's that desire and longing for more, and they're tired of getting in their own way.
Perfect. That's a really comprehensive and inspiring list, I must say. So, what is the problem that you solve? You've hinted at it, but if you could perhaps give us a little bit more.
Yeah, the problem is they're used to achieving. They're used to being the decision maker, the leader, the risk taker, the having courage and confidence and knowing what to do when it comes to their career, when it comes to raising family, right? But it's this thing inside of them, it feels so close to their heart. It's so meaningful to them that it brings up all the inner critic, self-doubt, not believing, questioning like, who am I to even do this? What if it doesn't work out, right? And it's so frustrating to them because this is not who they identify as, and yet here they are, right? And of course, I have my own stories behind that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you. So, moving on, what is one valuable free action that the audience could implement that will help them to solve that problem themselves?
Yeah. So anytime I approach something, we'll call it a project, not that I think of someone's life as a project, but reverse engineer, right? And this is where my 30 years of experience comes into play, right? Envisioning like, what is that end game? What does it look like? What does it feel like? Asking who do I want to be? And more importantly, who do I need to be to make this happen? Right. And then not getting so hung up on the details, but coming up with like, what are those milestones, right? I don't think in terms of goals and I don't think in terms of the nitty-gritty details, but once you have that identified, it's asking yourself, like, what is must-have non-negotiable here, right? What's really, really nice to have, but I could live without it versus what is like, it sounds good, but it's not going to move the needle too much, right? And here's the kicker, being ruthless with that, right? Because we get so hung up in the details and all the things. And, that's when we're having that inner critic and that self-doubt come up, our brain loves to grab onto all the details, right? So as best you can, do that prioritization and then focus.
Yeah,
And ruthless is the key here.
absolutely. And keep the inner critic
Yeah,
under control.
exactly.
Absolutely. That's brilliant. Thank you. So now we know a little bit more about what you do, and let's talk about goal busting, meaning how you make best use of your productive time to achieve your own business goals, Jen. So can you share any tips or advice for someone looking to improve their productivity habits?
Yeah, I go back to what I was sharing with that, our brains love to keep us safe by giving us all the things to think about, right? And so catching yourself, am I doing that? And so intentionality is something that I talk a lot about, right? Because we go on autopilot. If we've been doing this a while, our brain loves to take the easiest route, the easiest path, right? And that's not usually the path that's going to help you move closer to what you want, right? So with that intentionality and asking, is this truly something that moves the needle, or am I just distracting myself from what I really need to be doing?
Fabulous. Yeah, absolutely. Completely agree with every word of that.
Yeah.
So we've got plenty of time. So that's great because I think that my question 5 is my favorite question, to be
Hmm.
honest, because I never know what's going to come up,
Yeah.
and it's always
Yeah.
a surprise. So what should I have asked you today, Jen, that I didn't? And your answer, obviously.
Ooh. So I am huge on giving yourself permission. And we as human beings, we don't realize that we aren't doing it. And this is again where intentionality comes in, right? We don't realize that we're stopping ourselves, right? And it's that, we're looking outside of ourselves for someone else to give us permission to make the big bold move, change something up in our life, etc. And so I like to start each day with, where do I need to give myself permission? What do I want out of this day? Right? If I have a sticky conversation coming up, how do I see that playing out? So almost precasting what you want, but asking that core question of, where am I stopping myself? Where do I need to give myself that permission to do the thing I want to do, whether it's a teeny tiny action or something really large, right? But just, and over time, it's like building a muscle, right? Over time, we don't have to be as intentional, right? It'll just come second nature, but you got to build that muscle first.
Yeah, absolutely. And then am I right in thinking that when we're talking about giving yourself permission, also be kind to
Oh my
yourself?
gosh, absolutely. We do not self-abuse in my world.
Yeah, well, oh, yeah,
I've been there, done that.
exactly. Yeah, but I remember when I was training many years ago to be a coach, one of the mantras of my coach teachers was, "If you can't, you must." And
Mm, mm-mm.
yeah, that's all right. But then I started thinking, yeah, but if you don't, it's okay. You know,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
you can find another way to do it. It's just
Absolutely.
self-acceptance
Absolutely.
and kindness to yourself. I don't mean be soft on yourself and just give in, because that's what a procrastinator, as a chronic
Yeah.
self-identified chronic procrastinator, that's what I've done a lot of in over the
Yeah.
years. But but just being kind to yourself and not being so abusive of yourself.
Yeah.
When you get, so I love this because what you were saying, not what I'm saying, but what you were saying about giving yourself permission, because that's the kindest thing you can do, really.
Yeah. Yeah. I like to say to people, if beating yourself up worked, like you would have what you want already. And
Exactly.
so it's like, how is that working out for you?
Yes.
It's not, right? So let's try a different way that is full of love, kindness, compassion, etc.
Yeah.
And that's what works for me. I mean, there's so much that we could explore with that topic alone.
Absolutely. Yeah, we probably do an hour-long podcast on that, I'm sure. And it's like the parallel is like, working hard makes you rich. No, it doesn't. People who dig up roads work hard. They're certainly not rich.
Yeah. Well, and it goes to like having that definition of success, right? When I got very intentional with it, I love money. Don't get me wrong. Like I do. I make good money. But that's not my definition of success. It's how do I feel? What experiences am I able to have in my life, right?
Absolutely.
Is it meaningful, fulfilling? Like those are my markers of success.
I love that. Yeah, absolutely. Completely right. If you excuse the pun, on the money.
On the money.
So, Jen, how can people find you? You have a website? Do you have something that they could pick up from you to find out more about what you do?
I do. I have a guide. It's 5 kind of fun and unique ways to get out of your own way. Like I said early on, like we stop ourselves and we don't want to. This is not who we are, right? And yet here we are. So it's 5 fun ways to get out of your own way and start taking action on what you most want. You can go to yourbestdamnlife.com/subscribe, and it is right there for downloading.
Perfect. And I will put the link to that underneath on the video. Could you just say the name of the website again? Because that went really fast.
Oh, sorry. Your Best Damn Life.
Oh, right. And it's damn with an N, not damn as in
DAMN. Yep.
Yeah, your best.
If you also type in my name, jenvertanen.com, it will also take you there.
Perfect.
So there's a couple of different ways.
Yeah, and we're going to make sure people find you anyway. But just for people listening audibly, I just want them to remember, because it's a really cool website name. I don't think you'll forget.
Thank you.
I'm certainly not going to forget that one. Dan, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Robin. I've loved our chat.
Yeah, I've loved every minute of it too. Thank you so much. Thank you, and bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to Goalbusters. If you're enjoying it, please subscribe, rate and review it on your favourite podcast platform. Your support is very much appreciated. And if you're ready to boost your online profits, skyrocket your productivity, crush procrastination and see a positive change in your bank balance, all within just 30 days, this is your opportunity. Take my free 5-day challenge at www.skyrocketyourproductivitychallenge.com.